Hi everyone, and welcome back to Ruth Reacts to Books. Here we are for episode 2, in which we will be reviewing the book Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. So Scarlet is the second book in a series of books. The first is called Cinder and is a retelling of the story Cinderella. It's very clever. As you know, the original Cinderella story focuses around a girl whose dad dies and she has a horrible, evil stepmother and some ugly sisters, and everyone wants to be with the king, and then the king or the prince decides that he likes Cinderella and she loses her glass slipper. Well, in the retelling of the Cinderella story, Cinderella is actually a cyborg, which is pretty interesting, and she ends up leaving her entire foot on the stairs instead of the slipper. So I really enjoyed the first book. I was actually drawn to the series because of the cover art. So on the first book, it was a picture of the cyborg's leg, and on this book, you can see that this book is about Red Riding Hood. So I'll go ahead and read what's in the book jacket to everyone here. Cinder returns in the second thrilling installment of the New York best-selling Lunar Chronicles. She's trying to break out of prison, even though if she succeeds, she will be the Commonwealth's most wanted fugitive. Halfway around the world, Scarlet, Benoit's grandmother, is missing. It turns out there are many things Scarlet doesn't know about her grandmother and the grave danger she has lived in her whole life. When Scarlet encounters Wolf, a street fighter who may have information as to her grandmother's whereabouts, she has no choice but to trust him, though he clearly has a few dark secrets of his own. As Scarlet and Wolf work to unravel one mystery, they find another when they cross paths with Cinder. Together, they must stay one step ahead of the vicious Lunar Queen, who will do anything to make Prince Kai her husband, her king, and her prisoner. Thrilling. So honestly, I loved this book. In Goodreads, I gave it 4 stars. Really, I probably would have given it 4.5 stars if I had the opportunity to do that. The author, I thought, was very ingenious in the way that she weaved the reimagined story together. I was really impressed that I did not see things coming that totally tied it into the original Little Red Riding Hood story, which, as you know, is Little Red Riding Hood. She's going to her grandmother's. She meets a wolf, and then when she gets there, the wolf is in grandmother's bed, and she doesn't recognize her for some reason at first. And so this really makes it make a lot more sense than maybe even the original fairy tale made. So that high rating, 4.5, it's a pretty high rating for me to give a book, comes from the well-woven story, the combination of the 2 storylines, so merging Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood together to kind of make them one team. The lack of annoying people, as you know if you watched episode 1. I do not like annoying people in books. They drive me crazy. I know enough real annoying people, and so I don't really need to read about more annoying people. The bad guys are pretty bad, which I like. And then there are the people that are kind of acting bad, but are they good? And you don't know if it's their fault. It's always very compelling in books. It makes you think, which I always like. Thinking is good. So if this book was a food, I think it would be a delicious dark chocolate mocha, complete with whipped cream and chocolate shavings. Good to the last drop, and you bet I'm going to dick my tongue into that to get those last chocolate shavings from the bottom of the cup. Until next time, my dears, stay well, stay safe, and do something nice for someone else without letting on that you did it. Let me know what it was in the comments. Let's go spread some love.